Today I'm testing out the iPhone 12 Pro Max against the 11 Pro Max and looking at how the new sensor in the 12 Pro Max affects the focal length and the depth of field, in particular on the wide lens, but also on the telephoto. This is the wide shot with both cameras, and they are virtually identical. Now here's the exact same shot. Did not touch the tripod in any way. I'm now just using the Tele Lens, and you can see the difference. 12 Pro Max is tighter. First up, some interior shots. And just a quick note, the audio quality will vary throughout this video because sometimes I am recording the audio just using the camera mic while I'm shooting. This is about 8 inches from the camera. I'm really framed up for the 12 Pro Max right now. I'll reframe in just a second for the 11 Pro Max, but you can really see the difference in the depth of field here. Now I'm framed for the 11 Pro Max. Shooting with the wide lens on both cameras. All right, this is just a little over 1 foot from the camera. Being this close, you expect to see shallow depth of field like this, but the 12 Pro Max has considerably more, and this is using the wide lens. Now this is 24 inches, so about 2 feet from the camera. My eye, looking just here on set, it looks like the 11 Pro Max, it looks like it's pretty deep focus. It's hard to tell completely. The 12 Pro Max appears to have a little bit of shallow depth of field going on. Same shot here on the Tele Lens. This is the new 65mm Tele on the 12 Pro Max. I can't get both these shots together at the same time, but you can really see some definite shallow depth of field. And this is about 8 inches from the camera. And the 12 Pro Max, Spider-Man about 13 inches from the camera on the Tele Lens. Okay, 12 Pro Max, 24 inches from the camera, right around 2 feet, telephoto lens, and still getting some pretty good shallow depth of field. About 16 inches from this bush. These leaves are probably 2.5 feet away. For a phone, that's pretty far to be able to get this kind of shallow depth of field. Over a foot away from that ornament. Now I'm going to use a Tele Lens from Moment, the 58mm, and this can really make a difference. So this is 55 inches away. That's 4.5 feet, a little over 4.5 feet. That's getting to be pretty good, almost like a traditional interview distance, and I'm seeing shallow depth of field. I only have the one lens from Moment, and so I'm going to have to take it off and put it on each time I use it. Now rolling on the 11 Pro Max with the Moment Tele on the wide lens of the phone. And this is where you can really see the difference between the two phones. To my eye, looking at this while I'm recording it on location, everything appears to be in focus compared to the 12 Pro Max where you had some shallow depth of field. And now the same distance away, 4.5 feet, with the 12 Pro Max. However, I'm now using the Tele Lens on the Tele. And wow, we're really getting some serious shallow depth of field. And now here is the 11 Pro Max, and have to say, this looks pretty good too. The sensors are the same or pretty much the same between these two phones. The telephoto on the 12 Pro Max is a longer lens. It's a 65mm versus a 58mm. So now we are just over 10 feet away. There's 10 feet, maybe almost 11 feet actually. So there he is, over 10 feet away. So this is the 11 Pro Max, and a little bit hard to tell, as I've said a couple times, but it looks like everything is in focus. It might be slightly soft behind him, but it's hard to tell. And now here is the 12 Pro Max, and it looks like it's got some shallow depth of field going. I've tilted up so I could see the leaves above the fence. I normally wouldn't frame like this, but because it's a tighter shot, my framing was different than the 11. So who says you can't get shallow depth of field with a smartphone? Wow, these tests have been kind of eye-opening to me. And this longer lens on the new phone does make a difference. Doing a wide lens macro shot here, and I'm actually leaning the phone against the camera. This is the 11 Pro Max, and it looks good. But with the 12 Pro Max, I'm leaning the 12 Pro Max against the camera in the same way as I was the 11 Pro Max, and it will not focus up this close. It'll do macro, but not extreme macro. I have to back the camera off just a little bit. There, right there. Now we've got focus. Still looks good, but it's not quite the same. So this was a pretty cool test, and I'm actually pretty pumped to see how this performed, especially the 12 Pro Max, but the 11 Pro Max too. No chump, that's for sure, especially when putting a telephoto lens on this telephoto. But the larger sensor of the 12 Pro Max and then the longer telephoto lens, 65mm, can definitely make a difference if you're looking to create shallow depth of field. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Blake Calhoun. Please like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.